Let's talk about getting feedback in this course. I consider the feedback that I leave you and you looking at the feedback one of the most important parts of the course, right? Because in a writing course, you're constantly tinkering with your essays, improving and building on your skills. So it's really important that even once an essay is due and you've moved on to the next unit, once I grade it, you go back and read my feedback. I spend a lot of time writing feedback, and I really do think that internalizing my feedback, asking me questions about my comments if you have them, I think that will help you succeed on the next essay, even if the topic is totally different. So the good thing about using Canvas is that you can access your grades from the privacy of your own home. You don't have that dreaded moment in class of seeing your instructor hand back essays. But the bad news about Canvas is that you can access your grades at any time. So if I grade your essay at 10 p.m., you might get a notification. Or if you're drinking your morning coffee and you check your email, you might see that your essay has been graded. So you want to make sure that you're in the right frame of mind to look at your comments. If you're not in the right frame of mind, looking at the comments can just leave you feeling frustrated. You want to be open when you're reading the comments that I've left for you. So feel free to disable that notification, but do make sure you check Canvas throughout the week to see your grade and to read my comments. So right now I'm in student view, so I see what you see. It's important that you click grades. Don't just go to your to-do list on the side. You want to click grades. And I submitted just a fake sample essay, essay 1, rhetorical analysis. And so if this were the essay that you had submitted, this is how you would view feedback. So you would see on the side that I've written a comment for you. Generally, I like to give you overview comments just in the comment section right here. So you can see my comments right on the side. But it's really important that you click this button right here that says view feedback, because I like to write comments in text. I like to write comments directly on your essay. I like to use the highlight tool or type notes in the margin. So it's really important that you click that button that says view feedback. So I'm going to click it, and this is kind of irritating. It's really small. It's a really small box unless you click this, unless you expand it. So now you should see the essay. This is just a sample essay, and you should see my comments on the side. You can see what I've highlighted. You can see some of my marginal notes. So please make sure you go through your whole essay. I think I leave my best comments there because you know exactly what I'm referring to when I say something like fragment or unpack this quote more. So read the overview comments, but you also want to make sure you look at the in-text comments. Of course, you can also click this button, Show Rubric. Remember, I always want you to know whatever class you're in, whether it's my 101, my 102, or my 103 class, I always want you to understand why you've earned a particular grade, and to keep myself consistent when I'm grading, I use these rubrics. You've seen these rubrics before. You can see what I'm looking for in each category. You can see what you need to do to earn a 5 in the thesis category, or the organization category, or the support category. Generally, I don't leave comments here, but I do leave your score here, so it's important that you look at the rubric too to get a sense of why you got, say, a 3 in the mechanics and language category. I use some shorthand when I'm writing comments in the margins of your essay. Some of it I think is pretty obvious, but here are some abbreviations that I use that you might not be aware of. So CS means comma splice, RO means run-on or a fuse sentence, frag means fragment, an incomplete sentence, AWK means awkward or incoherent wording. Trans means transition. A lot of times I'll say use trans, or this trans doesn't make sense, or something like that. SVAG is subject-verb agreement, meaning if you have a singular subject, you have to have a singular verb and vice versa. And TS means topic sentence. I use other abbreviations, but I think the rest of them are pretty obvious. If I highlight something in your text, that usually, and I don't write a comment, that usually means that there's some sort of grammar or mechanical error. Maybe you're missing an apostrophe. Maybe there's a typo. Maybe you misspelled something that I think you can figure out if you read the sentence out loud or if you read it to somebody else. I don't highlight every single error, but I highlight the first 10 or so that I see. And then after that, if I notice a pattern of, say, missing apostrophes or subject subject-verb agreement problems or verb tense inconsistency, I might note that in your overview comments. So I hope that helps. Please make sure you spend some time looking at my comments. And remember, I know it can be anxiety inducing to log in, to see your grade, to internalize all those comments. But remember, in all my classes, you have revision opportunities. That doesn't mean that you're going to end up with 100% on the assignment. I average the 2 scores, but there are chances to improve your score. And generally, one assignment doesn't make or break most students. I'm looking for patterns throughout the semester. I'm looking to see that you're on the upward trajectory. So if you bomb one essay, it's not the end of the world. The best thing you can do is read my feedback, come to office hours, email me if you have any questions so you can improve for the next essay. And of course, go to the Center for Academic Success or ask me for additional resources if you're having trouble.